starting off this video by heading to the northern coast of the island to this beautiful black sand beach. This is a must-do. There's something so special about walking along the black sand, jumping in the water, and looking out into the view of these luscious green mountains behind. This is a must-see. Highly recommend walking around all the little cafes and surrounding areas as well. Right near the black sand beach are these natural pools. There are two, and not to be confused with each other, but this one is a little bit more local, tends to draw in more of a local crowd, and it's less crowded, and it's really beautiful. It really feels like when you swim up to the edge that you're just at a natural infinity pool. So I highly recommend this one as the preferred natural pool, but the other one is just as beautiful as you can see here, but it is a lot more crowded and tends to be a bit more popular as well. But they're right by each other, so you might as well check out both. This is a must-do on the island. Pico do Avero is the third highest peak on the island, and it's worth it. It is a little crowded and touristy, but you feel like you're above the clouds. It's beautiful. We ended up camping because we saw that at sunrise, and then we camped that night and went to Pico Ruivo, which is the highest peak on the island. And we were wild camping, so we just kind of found a spot nearby the entrance and camped. This was our camp spot, and it was gorgeous and so worth it to be close by to do the hike in the morning. This is the highest peak on the island, also known as a stairway to heaven, and it is full of stairs. Just know that going in and out, you're not really getting a break as it's up and down stairs each way, but there's a ton of spots along the way to catch epic views like this one, and it's well worth it in the end. Just make sure to have a day or two for recovery of your legs. Make sure to have a full day planned for this hike, because you're going to want to stop at all the stops along the way and really just take in the views while you're catching your breath from the stairs. But as you can see here, it is pretty epic and definitely a bucket list hike on the island. As you can see, this is like a little mini Brazil right here with the statue, and then you take this tram. It's a little sketchy but worth it down to the beach, or you could drive down this steep road. The beach is really cool, great vibe, and it's really local as well. The view here at Ponto del Rosto is incredible. So there's this little path right beside the observation deck, and it's kind of rocky, so be careful. But there it leads to this beautiful view. One thing to note is that it tends to be a little bit more green and lush before summer when it gets really hot. Over on the eastern side of the island is this popular hike right here. It is very windy, so be prepared for the wind, but it's a really beautiful hike because it goes along the coast, and it really offers a completely different terrain and scenery compared to all the more lush lavada walks. Next up, we have the beautiful little village of Ponta Do Sol. Ponta do Sol is known as the sunniest part of the island, so if you're ever stuck in bad weather on another part of Madeira, head to Ponta Do Sol and you're gonna find great weather, beautiful pebble beach, cute little village, and amazing restaurants. Highly recommend walking around. I I actually lived in Ponto del Sol for a month, and what I really loved is everything is easily accessible. There's a little market, there's restaurants, and you can kind of just get everything done that you need to do in Ponto del Sol. Just outside of town are the popular Instagram spots like the epic waterfall on the side of the road. Just know it does get crowded, so try and go early. One of Nico and I's favorite experiences while on the island was this banana farm experience. We got to go to their banana farm, which was their home as well, and they also cooked us an amazing local meal and taught us how to make poncha, which is the local Madeiran drink. We had amazing food, amazing conversation.
Cheers! Yeah. Thank you for
And then right here, they decided to put my YouTube channel on, and they were dancing away to the music, and it was so sweet. It was an incredible experience. Next up, you gotta go to the magical fanal. Funny enough, when we went, we didn't get to experience the magical fog, but we got to see the cows, and we walked around and hiked a little bit, and it was still a magical experience. The Casas Típicas de Santana are the traditional stone houses, definitely a must-see on Madeira. This hike, Ponta Do Rosto, was probably our top hike while we were on the island. We really loved it because unlike the other lavada walks and waterfall hikes on the island, this hike really took you through the villages and just through terrain that you don't really see on the other hikes, and then you end up with the most epic, beautiful cliffside view. Now, this is a little bit of a touristy place, but it is one of the highest spots in the world, so we had to see it. It really does have epic views, and it's a little scary, but it's definitely worth it to walk over and check this beautiful view and perspective of the island. When we were there, because of COVID, it was free, so I am really not sure how much it normally costs, but it really is something worth to see. This is probably one of the most popular lavada hikes on the island because it doesn't have an incline, so it's not too difficult to do, but it's also super lush and green, as you can see here. So this was definitely one of our favorites and highly recommended. It was beautiful. You can keep going and hit another waterfall, but we were satisfied with just seeing this one. São Vicente was probably our favorite area on the island. It is more in the center, and it is very, very lush and green and a lot more local as well. This church is beautiful, and there's a restaurant right by here that we visited numerous times. You'll see it in my upcoming restaurant video of Madeira. And then we stayed at this Granny's farm right here. We did some glamping, which you can see in my glamping on Madeira Island video, so be sure to check that out, as well as you can check out this other spot that we did some glamping at as well. We love unique stays, so we did a little staycation on the island since we did spend 5 months on Madeira Island. So like I said, after 5 months living on this beautiful island, those were our favorite spots. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let us know if you're going to add any of these to your bucket list, or if you visited any of these spots before. Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.